Hey guys, we just got to Sheetz. Believe it or not, we use this Sheetz a lot with our dogs in training. It's 5 minutes away from our house. Everybody has a gas station near their house. You know it, okay? It's a perfect place to proof your dog's obedience out in public. Downstays, just walking around, because there's always cars driving by and lots of people in and out the door, okay? Everybody loves a gas station. There's no need to go to fancy stores like Lowe's and Home Depot. Those are great, but if all you have is a gas station, use it. That's because right. It's busy and the dog doesn't know the difference between this and downtown Frederick on a Saturday night. It's the same thing, okay? So we're here, we just parked, we've got Axe in the back, and the beauty of it is you don't even know he's there because he is in a downstay and he's quiet. Even though we've stopped the car, we've turned the car off, he doesn't know when he's getting out. The reason that he's not whining is because he doesn't believe there's an option of release until we say. So he's not, as Josh would say, perseverating on it. He's not building up anxiety of, when am I going to get out? We've taken away that option because of all these controlled experiences the past 3 to 4 weeks, and saying when you're in command and there's nothing else to think about. When we release you, that's when you can get up out of your downstay. So right now there's no anxiety because he's just waiting.
It's a miracle. And
it's not a miracle.
It's not a miracle.
It's Josh, you did a ton of work.
But it's satisfying when it comes full circle, because today bringing him out to the car and everything was perfect. I couldn't ask for better. He knew the drill. And look how long it took me with him, okay? Over 2 weeks, right? He's here for 4 weeks. Over 2 weeks to start building this way of living with him, and he's starting to understand how to get into the car, like with no, I wish there was a video, but you were busy.
We can do it after
But his
this.
eyes, it was just like he was relaxed, he was chill. I just let him in, no nonsense, came here. Not a single peep this whole thing. Getting out of the kennel, waiting on place while I got dressed, going out of the gate, up to the car, into the car, driving here, parking, turning on the video, talking now for over 2 minutes, not a peep. And now we're gonna do the hard work of opening up the trunk and let him relax. And then go over to eventually make our way to the entrance, because that's where everybody's going. I won't be up everybody's butt in the front there, but I'll be there enough where I know that he's getting some work done. Okay?
Let's do it.
Boy, that thing hurt. We have our little ritual of hanging out first. I haven't broke that.
So notice Josh opens the door. There's no bolting or rushing out. In fact, he doesn't even step up out of his downstay. Puts himself in a double down. This is all a result of the patterns that we've been really consistent with the past almost 4 weeks.
Because we might not go anywhere. We might not get out of it. It's all depending on behavior. So his behavior is good behavior, is calm behavior. Yeah, we might get out of the car and do a walk. If the walk starts going south mentally, if he starts losing it, and if I correct him and he's like not cooperating with calming down, well, it's right back over here then. We're not going any further. And what happens is he starts to understand that concept, and you can see, right? But it's great, the power of patterning these. Yeah, it's patterns. That's what it is. It's like one thing after another, step by step. This is what we do. So getting out of the car, this is the genius of this, is getting out of the car used to mean go and explore, but now it means we're gonna sit in the trunk and just watch. And the walk may happen or may not happen, but he understands it doesn't mean a walk every time. We could just chill. And he likes it too, but we're obviously gonna go get out of the car today. Okay? This was just from 2 exercises. We did 2 exercises, but they were each like an hour plus a piece, different locations. So let's say 2 long sessions, which gave him a lot of different experiences. And now this is our 3rd time taking him out like this with the trunk, and he gets it. So it doesn't take that long, but it can be frustrating. I would don't allow yourself to get frustrated. Just see it as a process. Follow our simple instructions, and you'll get there. My boy. We have our e-collar. I have not touched it the entire outing so far. This is unheard of for him. This is a first. It just went from, constantly having to remind him to this session where it's like, I I haven't touched it yet. Which if I have to, I have to. But so far, been perfect. I'm going to let him out. I'm going to let him sniff over there and use the bathroom. I always like to give my dogs a little bit of a potty break so that I know for a fact that when I go to do a downstay, if they whine, it's not because you got to use the bathroom. So relax, okay? That's my boy. Another thing is like living with a dog like this, they never ask us for anything. They never whine because they're thirsty or because they're hungry, because everything's set out. They always have access to water in their kennels. They get fed at the same times every day. They get potty breaks every 2 to 3 hours. And so they never have to whine for a bathroom break. They never have to ask for anything. We give that to them. That's part of being the leader. That's part of like the work we have to do because we say that's what we're gonna do, you know? And it makes his life very predictable. So there's no stress at home. So we came out of the house where he wasn't stressed, and he's still not stressed. Okay? It's amazing. All right. Now this is the hardest part for him is coming out. So I'm going to then just spend my time with him, and I'll catch back up with you guys. Like unclipping that, because I do it every time before I let him out, could potentially become a trigger for anxiety, because that means we go. So it doesn't mean we go right away. So sometimes we do go right away, but most of the time, you know, I sit here and I check my Facebook page real quick. Because with him, I just want to make sure we're not going to whine, right? This is me saying, how are we doing? Are we ready to go out or not? Right? And if he passes my test and doesn't whine, then we go. Okay? And this is how he's going to continue to get past this until one day, literally, we get the message and you're like, life is so good. Okay? He's worth it. He's worth it. And just try to make this fun. If you like doing it, it's going to be a lot easier to do. Okay? I was just about to say, I just wanted to say something to you first. I'm going to say let's go. Not B-R-E-A-K, because that means he's free. I don't want him free until we get over to that tree. Let's go. I tell him to go potty. I added that in for you guys. That's what these trees are here for, right? So this is great. He's calm. He's chill. He knows the procedure of how to go. He knows I'm going to let him go. But here's the thing: I'm going to tell him where to go. Though I'm going to say, check that tree out. Right? He can't go any further than this at this point. We're at a gas station. Okay. I'm going to ask you to hold this real quick. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much. Okay. That was satisfactory. Now let's go do some work. You wouldn't believe how much they love doing that. They love doing that. Just sniffing. And so that's kind of a reward for him. But as soon as we start walking, let's go. And stay behind me.
I bet we can go inside. They're not gonna say anything.
See how he does with little tight corners. Not terrible. A little reminders to stay in position. Oh, you're good. Sorry.
You guys doing training?
Actually helping us, yeah.
Training our little guy here.
Pretty dope.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I should probably get my mask on. Stick. Stick.
Oh,
me, baby.
I thought you said take a pic.
Oh, I can't wear my mask because it fogs up my glasses. Okay. This is where we're just chilling. My boy. We're just hanging out. Let it happen. It's not a comfortable place to hang out. There's not much for him to do. So if he's gonna whine because there's so much going on, this would be the place to get it out for us. Especially if you start to see a dog or something. This is good. He's gonna learn how to have good judgment. You know what I mean? Like what's a threat and what's not a threat. That wasn't a threat. That's good. Right. Now he's learning about the world right now. He is. This is so good for him. If you can get him like this, just calm and watching. He's not whining. He's just watching. This is healing for a dog's mind who's reactive. Shh. 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 Oh, also, he probably should run tight.
That's Josh's MO.
Sometimes it is. That was good. Woo. It ain't warm out. Boy right there. Look at that recovery. Watched it. Did you see that? I don't know if you guys can hear me because I got a fan running over here, trucks over there. But remember when I showed you the dance stuff the other day with the end of my stick? And I taught them when you see something that's scary, just startle, but take a minute to relax and then look at it and make sure you know what's going on. And you're going to realize it's not there to hurt you. I'm seeing him use this. So he startles and then he settles and then he looks, sniffs, tries to see what's happening. And every time he does that, he realizes there was not a reason to startle. And if he does that day after day after day, you have a dog who's used to the world, right? But if they always startle and go into crazy mode, they never actually get to settle and watch how things are working out here. And so that's why the old wise dog is the dog who's quiet and watches, because he gets to see how things are working, right? He has no superstitions, things that make no sense, right? So look, this is great. Noise got his attention, but he settled and checked it out. Didn't whine, didn't get panicky, didn't get weird on us. That's a big deal. He's learning how to take all in the information. All right. Let's move on here. Let's go. going to try to see if this produces any whining. Just like, actually I'm going to follow this little foot trail up here and do it. Just hanging out. Try something here. Break. Let's see. Get some free time here. So basically with the free time, he can put a little tension on the leash to choose where he wants to go. Like watch, you'll see like him do that, but then he backs off from it. That's okay. If he pulls you, you pull him back. No, don't pull me. And if there's any fuss, there'll be a correction on the e-collar. Okay? This is free time. It's important for me as a trainer to see how he does without the command to break. And then usually we stop without giving him direction. It reliably used to produce a line. Let's see what happens. Haven't had a chance to work on this conversation. Right there would usually be a whine. And I know the owners know that. Because there's no direction and he's free, but I'm not letting him go anywhere. If he's learned anything here, he'll learn that he should know that whining is not the thing to do. But let's see. He keeps looking at me like, are we going? Are we going? We're on free time here. That's good. This is intentional. It's good. This is all great. All those looking up at me calmly were whines, right? That's a politer way of him saying, can we go now? You know what I mean? He's actually talking to you, right? So that was a very polite way. You know, with a shepherd, it's kind of cool. As long as they learn to take some direction here from front, you can feel really cool to walk a shepherd like this or any powerful breed down the street because people leave you alone. But we have control over this guy. And I don't encourage walking him around like this. This is for potty breaks. I'm just testing for training purposes to see if he gets whiny. Because this is how you create a whining dog, by letting them out and have all this freedom, right? And then the restriction of the freedom is where the whine comes in. Complaining. So deep on the collar, we're getting back to work. Transition from some free time.
Dog treat?
Oh, he's in training.
What happened?
Nah. No, he does. He's in training. I don't want him to have training.
Oh. Okay.
Hey.
Have a good one.
Nah.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Hello.
Have a nice day.
Wait, watch this. Nice. That was from the shoeing. I get him to train that go. Much easier. Let it go. I feel let it go. The whole thing is, if I confront you, let it go. And he did. Look, the stress is going away. That's good on him. Good. Now that anxiety, we know how that's created. That's created by allowing him to meet people and encouraging over and over again. So now, and it's a fun thing to do. So now, it's tempting. If the dog never had it to begin with, they never developed anxiety. The anxiety is from giving it to them and then taking it away, or not allowing them to get to it. That's where the anxiety comes from, right? I do it, it's fun, but right now I can't do it, but I want to, and that's where the whining is coming from. That's where all the problems are coming from. Everybody knows this though. Really, it's a common knowledge. Let's go. Still not doing heel yet. We're gonna work on that today with him actually. Throughout this week, get a nice tight heel. Just a follow right now. somewhere where there's a lot of cars, I take it. He seems fine with cars. Here's the thing about walking with a stick or like a dressage whip or something with a reactive dog is it helps you keep your dog behind you, which is cool, but it also can be used to keep dogs away. So it looks a little different in the city environment, but it serves a purpose. And I can touch my dog like that without bending over, tell him to sit and things like this. So I really like it for reactive dogs. It's one more layer of safety. Let's go. See how you can use it, watch. Beep.
Busier now.
What's this?
It's busier now. I think we should also use this guy filling up the gas thing.
Yeah, definitely.
We got to use what we got.
I mean, sorry, gotta bother you today, guy. Sorry.
I don't think they'll say anything.
No, in the car.
Oh, I meant inside sheets.
I'm having a good time here. He needs a heel session now because he's doing so well. Like yeah, I'm fussing a little bit with position because I haven't done a tight heel with him, but I'm noticing he's following pretty good, paying attention where we're going, not putting his nose to the ground, not going off. Like, it was terrible. It was terrible. So that looks good. Everything looks good there. I think we're ready to put in a tight heel. So that's going to be another 4 or 5 solid sessions. And all the dogs need it at this point. So in public, we got our stick all caveman like. We're not having the reaction. We're not having the whining. We're not having the stressing about things. Now I'm gonna teach him heels. Alright? Let's go. Not right now. Not right here. So this is always a trigger, but I'm starting to see that he's understanding that happy medium between not worrying but still feeling normal and not necessarily in a training session. Just waiting, stressed out. Feeling that nice softness. Nice. Come on, go ahead. Alright, hang on to my stick. So, watch. Now it's for mine. If I go in here with my hand, come here. I know you guys can't hear me. You think they can hear me. When I go in with my hand, I'm grabbing the muscles until they relax, and then I relax. When my dog is relaxed, I'll ask again. Tense, tense, tense. He was not this way, right? A few seconds ago. Alright. Yeah, just move up there. Place. Closer again so I can tell you. When you're doing it in the trunk at home, 3 feet back. But then he takes a couple steps into that. It's that mind. But what I'm more concerned about, which is why I pushed him, is how do you react when I tell you to calm down? When I come in like this, how do you react? When I grab you like this, do you relax or do you get tense? Because if you get tense, we're gonna have a problem. This is what you do. This is how you, this is the physical, this is the dog whispering stuff that everybody, it's such a mysterious thing because nobody studies it anymore. It works. Right? And here's the thing about dog whispering though, it's dangerous. You go in and you grab a dog like that, you're like, you could get bit. It definitely can do it. But if you learn it, I mean, you know, maybe you get bit a few times, I did. You get the benefits of it. Calm him down. Relax him. Good. Now, we're going to do it again. Let's go. Okay, this. We have a way to relax him. We can help with our hands, alright? And he's a good candidate for it because he's a really nice guy. He's a really nice dog. Okay? Yes. Good. So if he gets too close, he hasn't learned yet that you have to back up and do this. So he kind of does, he knows something's off. He knows he can't make it. But it's funny, right? And then relax him again, relax him again. That's my boy. Right? This is why the massage thing at home, like when I do that whole thing, now I can use it, you know, as a way to relax him. Alright, let's try it one more time because he's doing so good. Let's go. I usually don't do this many reps like this with a dog like this, but I'd seen a moment there where he just got it, so I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna send him in. Place. See right there. Pause, good boy, let's not let him get frustrated. He made a mistake with the speed, that's where he gets frustrated, right there. You see it? Alright, let's go. Place. Okay, so if he gets a couple steps, you know he's gonna make it. Good job. There you go. So just practice that at home so he gets over it real quick. So he don't have to carry that problem on. hang out in the trunk for a minute, even though it's cold. We're gonna hang out for a second. Huh? Oh, my good boy. Boy. It's chilly. I know, and like if you go in with the claw and you learn how to use that technique and you go in like this to relax the dog, you know, you be careful. You like it, don't you? He likes it. He likes it. Good. Burr, but very, very good. Best outing so far with him. Although we had our moment here and I took it to where I wanted to take it to see what he would do and see if he, you know, see what was under the hood. He calmed down, he took my direction. We bounced back from it so much quicker. So we keep doing this kind of stuff, just like this, until it's just smooth, smooth, smooth the whole way.
That guy's wearing shorts.
Yeah, he is. Hey, buddy, I'm proud of you. Good boy.